down. And I'm like, oh, I'll never see that again. Okay, so I'm gonna raise the vibrations in the room. All right, and when you ladies are ready, okay, relax and close your eyes. Relax your body. Take a deep breath through your nose. Hold it for just a moment. And then exhale deeply. Relax your jaw. And continue the deep breathing in and out through your nose. Be aware of your feet. Take a moment and to visualize a red light flowing up through your feet. Allow your feet just to fall where they naturally want to. Just let go. Now imagine that red light flowing up into your calves and shins. Imagine the red light swirling up around your calves and shins, spiraling up into your knees. Allow your muscles in your knees to relax. Be aware of the top of your knees. And just let go. Be aware of the back of your knees. And just let go. Now envision that red swirling light moving up into your thighs. Visualize it moving from the top of your thighs and oozing into the back of your thighs. And allow it to just sink beneath you. Now visualize that red light swirling around your hips. As it swirls around your hip joints, imagine that light turning orange. Allow that orange light to wrap warmth around you. Just let go. Now imagine that orange light moving into your abdominal area. And as it does so, it turns into a bright yellow light. Take a deep breath into that bright yellow light and visualize it turning into a ball. And breathe into that ball of golden light and feel it expand. Feel the warmth from the ball of light. Let your mind start to become aware of your chest. Visualize that yellow swirling light moving around your torso and your waist and all the way up to your chest. Envision a green light bringing warmth to your chest. With each breath you take, let your lungs be filled with that warm, green, and pink swirling light. Let your mind become aware of your hands. Become aware of each finger and allow the warm golden light to flow up into your fingers and through your hands. And let it swirl into your wrists and on up your forearms, encasing you in that warm golden light. Let your mind become aware of your elbows and move up to your shoulders. Now let your mind move to your throat. Swallow gently, and as you do so, envision a blue light flowing into your throat and allow it to open. Let your face relax. Let your eyes relax. Allow an indigo light to warmly flow into your face. Let that space between your eyebrows relax. Envision a purple light swirling up over your head. Allow the top of your head to relax. Allow your entire body to relax. And just let go. Now that you're completely relaxed, I invite you to join me on a journey. Imagine you are in the forest. You have no clothes on. You are completely naked, with your hair flowing down freely. The air is a little cool, but warm enough to keep you comfortable and really allowing yourself to be one with nature. You become aware of the ground and the earth's energy flowing through your feet and thrumming through the soles, and allowing that energy to flow up through your legs, giving you strength and balance. You start to become aware of your surroundings. You look down at the ground and notice a trail of flower petals. They are designed neatly in a row, as if someone wants you to follow them. Take notice of the colors and how they draw you in. You start to take a step with curiosity, following those flower petals. You take a deep breath and become aware of the aromatic scents of the forest. There's a nice floral scent filling up your nostrils and flowing into your body. It allows you to relax and stirs you up, that makes you feel that positive energy. You continue to walk forward through the flower trail. You become aware of the animals in the forest and their high vibrational sounds, all sounding happy and just one with everything around them. After a moment, you see the sun beaming down on a clearing. There's a small opening through the trees. Just blinding you enough that you can't quite see what's to come, but you just feel drawn like you need to go see it. You take a step into that clearing. And what you see is the most beautiful scenery. It is vibrant with light and love. There are animals everywhere playing. The trees, the plants, and everything in there is thriving. You can feel the peace in this space. There's water flowing. There's different animals, all in the trees, different kind of birds with all different colors. There are butterflies flying about, just at peace and moving with their energy in the flow that they feel most comfortable. You decide to walk over to a tree. You feel drawn to walk towards that tree. So you walk over with curiosity. When you get to that tree, you notice there's fruit on it. So you decide to take a piece of fruit. You hold that fruit, realizing it's an apple, a red golden apple, the most healthiest apple you could have chosen. For a moment, you stop and pause and realize where you are. You are in the Garden of Eden. You are in heaven on earth. You've heard before the story of Eve biting into the apple. So you pause and think for a moment, but it feels so right to just take a bite of this apple. So with confidence, you take a bite. It is the most healthiest, tastiest, juiciest apple you've ever had. You can feel how badly your body enjoys the nutrients from this apple, as if it's been seeking it all along. After a moment, you hear footsteps behind you. You turn around, curious as who it could be. It is the most beautiful man you have ever seen. He is butt naked just like you, and he is gorgeous. You stand there and look at him and smile. You've never been so drawn into someone. And you recognize that he is the mirror of you. You both are so drawn into each other that you decide to touch. It just feels so right to touch each other and embrace. After a moment, you pause and you think, well, I've heard the garden changes everything. But is that the truth? And then you allow yourself to ponder for a moment. The truth is in my heart. I can choose to connect with heaven on earth. It has always been here. We just need to open our eyes to see. We have to be brave enough to move past the veil and see that everything we need and everything we want is in this moment. You stand there for a moment with your man and hold his hand. You remember now. You are one with this man. You have lost that unity with this man. This is what it's meant to feel like. We are meant to be warriors together and unify as one. We are all brothers and sisters. We are all here inhabiting this earth, this heaven on earth that is so desperately asking us for her help to heal and become that one big heaven on earth where we can find this bright light in our sacred Garden of Eden. That is able to take form throughout the entire planet. You take a long, deep breath. As you do this, you see your man taking that same long, deep breath. And you can feel that energy flowing through you and through him. Allow yourself to look into the eyes of this man before you. What do you see? What do you feel? That is you. After a moment, you allow yourself to release your gaze. You say goodbye to your man and thank him for being there with you. You start to walk over to a pool of water with a slow flowing waterfall. Just gently moving into this pool. You take a moment to take a drink from it. You put the water cupped in your hands. And before you take a sip, you pause for a moment. And you remember, this is the fountain of life. You feel an energy of excitement as you remember and allow yourself to take a sip. And as you do so, you feel this bright golden energy just flow through your entire body. It's almost as if tiny diamonds are shining all around you. And you remember that this water is meant to energize you and keep your body full of life and flowing with ultimate health, keeping you free of anything blocking you from feeling one with this earth. You stand in awe for a moment and realize this is truly who you are. And it will always be there for you when you need it. This heaven on earth surrounds you. You just need to connect with it. It is your choice. Find it in your heart. See it and feel it with your mind's eye. It will always be there. And as we connect stronger with it, we can feel it stronger. We can see it stronger. And then we will be living in heaven on earth. You take a moment to look around. Really feel into this heaven on earth, this beautiful, magical garden that is where we all have been born into, and where we truly come from. It is the energy of love in its purest form. You scan the garden once more, breathing fully into it so you can integrate it into your being. You start to walk back towards the edge of the garden and step back into the forest, back onto the flower path, allowing yourself to take in what you just experienced. And as you continue to take steps, you bring yourself back to conscious awareness with each step you take. Allow yourself to wiggle your toes, move your fingers, stretch if you want to. Slowly bring yourself back and allow yourself to open your eyes when you're ready, but slowly then bring yourself back to conscious awareness. Holy shit. Talk about channeling energy. My goodness, I can't even see. My eyes were closed that whole time. Usually my eyes are open, but that really brought me in. That was amazing on my end. Holy shit. Did you girls like it? Awesome. If anybody wants to share if they saw anything or like what came up, that would be amazing.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Wait, I can't hear. Hold on, start over. Now I can hear. Can you hear me? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, that was awesome. Really, really cool.
Cool. Awesome.
It was like I was visualizing things right before you said it. Like I bit into the apple. Before you said like you bit into the apple, and then I saw a guy coming.
Chelsea, you were doing
like I was walking towards the water right before you said it, and even during the meditation, like I felt warmth when you were saying it, and like
awesome.
I forget what else, but I saw it before you said it.
That's great.
Really cool. And the water for me was really like resonating. Like I felt the healthiness.
Yes. And that's what we're supposed to be having. But unfortunately, we have not been taking care of our planet. So that is what we're looking for again. Does that make sense? So our planet can have that and our water can have that, but we fucking got to take care of it. It is dying right now, which is like so sad to say, but like this is what we're seeking. This is what we're trying to bring here. Does that make sense? Yeah. But that's awesome that you were able to feel that too. Like, me too. As I was like channeling through it, I was like, damn. I was like, all I visualized, I just kept replaying over my head. Flower Path and Garden of Eden. I was like, that was the two things, the two messages I got, and to just go with it. So I did.
Yeah, I like when you did it just impromptu like that and without written, and it felt really powerful.
Yeah, same. So when you guys walked into the Garden of Eden, when we walked through that, the chills running through my body was insane. It was like bam, here you are. Like, it was just like, you're fucking here, girl. Like, that's what I was feeling. Like, and it was just chills, like as if I was one with the whole garden. It was so cool. Yeah. Anybody else? Or anything else? Did you get any messages, animals, anything?
I saw a fox,
Okay.
like for all the other animals.
Cool.
That you just, I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down so we can, maybe look it up. I don't have a pen, and I need a fucking pen. Sorry, I'm cursing on it tonight. Anything else? No? Kristen, do you have anything over there? You're on mute.
There we go. Hi.
There we go.
No, I just said same. Like when whatever you said, like I like was seeing whatever was happening right before you said it. Especially it started with like the swirling of like the red to the orange to the yellow. I like that a lot. That actually resonated with me a lot more than like even like what you usually do. Like it just like goes like, whoa, okay, I'm here, I'm dropped in.
Yeah, same.
What was weird though is like I like refused to eat the apple. I was like, no, I'm not eating the apple.
Okay, so that's interesting. I would reflect on that.
I was like, I don't want this. Not for me. I don't want the apple.
Was it out of fear?
No, it was more just out of like I didn't need it.
Okay.
That's
interesting.
And it was my favorite Honeycrisp apples. And I was like, it's beautiful.
You're saying what?
It was like a beautiful Honeycrisp apple. And I was like, I don't need this.
That's what I had too, a beautiful Honeycrisp apple.
Yeah. And it was like, it wasn't like I just kind of like had it in my hand and like I felt it and it felt so nice just to be in my hand.
That's awesome. You're connecting with the apple. Love that.
Put it down.
So for me, it was like I was feeling into what the apple had to offer me. Like it was here for us to be able to enjoy it for what it was giving to us. You know, that juicy, tasty, like, yes, it is there to be one with itself, but like it's also there to be able to experience. Whoa, I just saw some fucking energy right next to me, man. I've never seen anything like that before. Holy crap. Holy crap.
What did it look like? Tell us.
It was like a shadow almost, but usually I see orbs, but this was like shadowy energy.
What color?
You're bad. Sounds a little scary.
Shadow. What?
It sounds a little scary.
Yeah, well, it wasn't scary. I just wasn't expecting it. So that's why. It's not scary. It was just, I think it was more like a resonation of what I'm saying. To be like.
Yeah, you just hit, honestly, because whatever you just said, I was like, yes, that's it. It's like, it's appreciating and knowing it's there when you need it.
Exactly. And I think, oh my God, more. Holy fuck. Okay, thank you. I see you. Can you just fucking chill out for a second? Okay, this is good. This is all good. I can fucking relax. I'm telling you, I'm evolving at a really fast rate is what's happening. And it's just like things are coming to me that I'm just not expecting, but it's all good. This is what we are seeking. Yeah, there's a lot of energy flowing through me right now. This is what we're seeking, to find this and appreciate everything that God has given us. Like even the water, like appreciate that water that we're given instead of just like doing it as a mundane routine. You know what I mean? And really allowing ourselves to keep that healthy as well. Like by putting pesticides and all this stuff, we're ruining these things that were meant for us. You know what I mean? Does that make sense to everyone? Yeah. That was insane. I'm like seeing energy everywhere and I'm like, I didn't know I could do this. That's what's happening. That's basically like what I'm saying. So yeah, Kate, did anything happen for you?
It was nice until my mom called me.
Oh no, she interrupted.
Yeah, my mom has Savannah because they're going to Disney tomorrow.
Oh.
And, yeah. So Savannah ripped her earring out of her ear and it's bleeding or whatever. Because I really need to,
Know that.
I'm
Right.
not there. What am I going to do?
Yeah. Well, I
whatever.
recorded this one, so if you want to do it again, you totally can.
I was all the way up to like, I don't know what came first, the apple or the dude? The man.
The apple.
Oh, okay. So I was up to the man part then.
Okay.
And it was Matt. So that was kind of cool.
Perfect. That's what we're going for. Kristen, did you see Matt?
I had a Matt too.
Okay. So same, like I was seeing Thomas. Those are our mirror. Like we're with these men for a reason. They're meant to be our mirror. And most of the time it's like they mirror us, and I saw energy again. They mirror us in a way that we don't recognize, but we just feel so drawn into who they are as a person. And then what starts to happen is like we're like the opposites of each other to help us heal. So we bring ourselves closer to each other, but we need to but we're so drawn in and we don't know why we're drawn in, but we need to like stay. It's like a glue that's connecting us, maybe from like our third eye and our heart chakra. Does that make sense? And then, but at the same time, we're going to continue to go through these things until we get here.
You know what's interesting? Before we went into the garden and it was just the clearing with the light, I had an experience where like that's how I saw James once when we were like hiking. And it was a very profound experience where like I saw him, I was looking at him, I saw a light being shined down on him, and I was like, you are not going to be like you are not my person, you are not my forever, and like just basically like knew in that moment that he wasn't that person. But then it was like as I remembered that, he dissipated and I walked on the flower path, and like that's how I knew like there was room for Matt or whatnot.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, that happened in the meditation?
Yeah.
That's so interesting. That was your letting go.
I think maybe it was letting go, but it's also just this acknowledgement that I think I had. Everything that you just explained about that mirror, I think was like still like was that experience like with James,
Right.
But in terms of who's with me in like heaven, so to speak, and who that mirror and peace is really like that's Matt. It's Matt.
It's a different expression of a man. It doesn't. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. So like James was that to you at a point when you needed it, but now it's like okay, he dissipated. Not, and I don't mean like you completely let go. It was already let go, but you just being like, okay, that is done with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm moving forward into Matt. I released any left energy with that. It's done now. I just dissipated that. And now I'm going to move into this heaven on earth with Matt and continue to move forward. So, and this is the energy we're connecting now. Chelsea, you just met someone, right?
Yeah. And now he's not answering my text, and I'm like in my head about it, like, oh, like.
So this is your mirror. This is your mirror. You need this for you to heal. Okay, that's your mirror. So she's perfect example right now. He's not texting you because you need to heal around being whole with yourself, that you don't need his text messages. So you say to him doing that, thank you for giving me my power back. I trust that you like me, and it's okay that you're not answering me. I'm okay not talking to you right now. It's okay. Okay, that's for your healing.
Yeah, I want to get the power back. I want to like not let this affect me so much, but
it's okay that it is. Just accept it and be mindful of it, and this is what you're going to focus on. Let go of this energy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Perfect. So this is what's coming up for our experiences right now. Like wherever we need to heal is going to be illuminated, and so this is you focusing on healing your internal self with relationships, not just your relationship with him, but relationships in general. So for you need to heal trust, because you need to trust that you are deserving of someone loving you, and it's okay for you and him to have space. That's okay. Do you get what I'm saying? So like you don't always need to be attached. It doesn't need to be a codependency like you're used to having. Doesn't need to be that. That love is whole within you, and that person is going to meet you whole together. And you're going to create a healthy relationship. Now, he's going to bring you these things that you need to heal. So, like, for example, he's not answering you and you're feeling anxiety and unease because you need to heal around that. And until you allow yourself to relax into it and know that it's all going to work out and that this is very purposeful and that it's not just you and him, there's a higher perspective to it. It's going to allow you to relax into it. Okay? And know that. And then what's going to happen is he's going to end up texting you and you're like, wow, I was worrying for no reason. Right? That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, but I just feel like we've been on the streak of texting, and then like texting at 5:30. It's like you can't tell me you haven't looked at your phone, and like.
Okay, it's okay.
Yeah,
You need this for yourself. Don't worry about what he's doing. You need this for yourself. Bring it back to you. Okay, that's where you need to start focusing. Bring it back to you. This has nothing to do with him. You need to stop taking it personally. It has nothing to do with you and him together. It has to, you need to bring it back to you as to how is this helping you? How can this help you? How can you gain a new higher perspective? Okay?
yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, it makes total sense. Yeah. It's definitely an opportunity to like practice not being codependent.
Yes, it is. Take it. You're strong enough to do it. And this Aries energy is helping you be strong-willed. Okay? So really lean into that. This is the perfect time to practice. Perfect. Okay? And trust you have us too. Like, just if you need anything, you could lean into this group. We'll help you. So, okay?
Yeah, I might be doing that a lot more often.
Good. It's going to help you move forward by doing that. So that's what we're here for. That's why I created this group, to not be alone and have like-minded women that can really give you that perspective that's higher than the norm, because you're going to get people around you that are going to give you the other bullshit because they haven't healed themselves. So what you're going to hear is, oh, that's fucked up, he's not answering you, blah, 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 play a game. You know what I'm saying? That's not connecting. That's not the energy you want to connect with anyone. That's old cycles, old belief system. We're moving into new. Bringing the power back into you. This is that opportunity that the universe is giving you to bring the power back to wholeness, so that eventually when he doesn't even answer your text message, you completely freaking forget about it because you'll be so busy doing what you're supposed to be focusing on. You're not being distracted by that because you're really just distracting yourself. But that's okay, because you need to feel this to heal this anyway. But just getting that higher perspective around it. Okay, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You got it. And we're going to look up Fox. Kate, do you have your book?
Yes, I can grab that.
Perfect.
I was going to, and then we just kept talking.
I know. That's right. Did anybody else see an animal that was specific? Okay.
No,
Give me 1 second, and I'll read everyone's animals.
I saw this guy who was like my other half. It's kind of funny. So he was literally triple my size, like huge, with a long, like dirty blonde hair,
Okay.
like huge muscles. So funny.
I can totally picture that. And Brittany's like this big.
I know. It's so funny.
Turned on while you were like talking about it, like with the touching. I'm like, ah.
That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to do that. I wasn't trying to make it like super sexual, like going into a porn. But like I was trying to make it like that feeling of like passion and pleasure that we're supposed to be receiving from that person, and allowing ourselves to really feel that. That's what we're supposed to be feeling, but we're so blocked in certain areas that we're not allowing ourselves to feel that turn on completely. So we have to.
You wanted an orgy.
What?
What? I said you wanted an orgy.
Oh, yes. With all of us. One big orgy. I just saw energy again. Thanks, Kristen. Okay, anyway. Okay, animal. Share your animal, Kristen. What was it?
I saw a doe.
Okay.
Doe. Okay.
So fox.
And- Okay. I have Fox ready. So when Fox shows up, it means to spend more time with your family. Participate in family outings and activities and just spend quiet time with one another. Fox has incredible eyesight, which is a sign to watch what people do more than listening to what they say. Actions speak louder than words, and at this time you'll glean useful information through sight instead of sound. Fox means you should stay in the back unnoticed. Fox warns to be wary of people who don't have your best interests at heart. Are they being sly and cunning, trying to trick you? Fox means to be alert to these qualities within yourself, but to also look for them in others. They can be very revealing of the individual's true intent. You're a good problem solver, but intuit the intentions in others and are unafraid to take risks. It assists when you want to stay out of sight and observe the activities of those around you. If you are traveling as a family, Fox is a great animal to ask along to help keep you safe. If you find yourself in any kind of predicament that you need to get out of, Fox's ability to slip away will aid you.
I feel like that makes more sense, like with the guy situation, because I am kind of like weary of his intentions. Like, like to be honest, like I went on a date with him and then I went to his house like 3 times and I was gonna wait longer, but I didn't. And like after I slept with him, like this is how he's acting. So like this is just for me, I think like my intuition is kind of telling me that he's like an asshole, but I don't know, that could be my fear like you said.
Okay, so yeah, and that's why it's important to bring your power back, so you're not giving that power to him, and whether it matters or not, his intentions, because by having your power there, you're going to be able to see it clearer instead of any fear around like, fuck, I slept with him, I'm like, I shouldn't have done that. Just like let it be how it is, and then be confident in your decisions and love yourself for your decisions.
Yeah. I don't like really, it was my decision, so I don't feel bad about it, but it's like,
it's a bummer. Well, first of all, you want a relationship.
Yeah.
So don't just give yourself to the first one that's coming. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, there are certain things that, like, I feel like there's things that I didn't necessarily like about him, or did not like about him, but
that wasn't enough
for
for you.
I didn't want. Okay. And, like,
settling.
Yeah. So it's just like, and like, I don't even know how much I actually like him, but the fact that he's treating me like this is just getting me angry.
Right, which is something that needs to heal as well. And that's what I'm saying, like using this as an opportunity, like you said, for practice, like whatever feelings are coming up, start to have a higher perspective around it and bring it back to you where you can heal.
I feel like that what you're describing used to be like what happened to me before I met my boyfriend. And like I was in the same pattern of like dating a guy, going out with him, sleeping with him, being really mad about the fact that I felt like an idiot for being like, wow, I didn't see that this person didn't actually have the best intentions with me. They was just kind of getting caught up in like the flurry and excitement of like just getting to know each other and like what could be, that it kind of like that excitement and that energy and that hopefulness kind of like jaded me every time in terms of not understanding that, you know, guys are kind of don't have the best intentions all the time.
Yeah, he plays the really good part. Like, just like all the words that he said, you know, all that, what they do. And it's just like, I would never be able to treat someone like that. So I just don't understand how other people can. And it's just like, I don't know.
I've like so many times have just like, once I've realized like how I'm feeling about something and like try to talk, I've literally had these conversations with guys like too many times where I'll just be like, you know, this is how you made me feel by doing this. And I want you to know that that doesn't feel great. And I really want to know if your intentions with me are something that you want to move forward with and continue to explore one another, or if this is where the path ends, because I feel like our conversations have shifted since we did this, and I'm not sure, you know, where you're at. And like, I'm not saying to do this, but like that really helped me clear out space for something new, because even though it put me in a vulnerable spot of like, you know, be like, I feel like society doesn't want us to be the girl who like opens up about how a situation makes you feel, but every single time I've done that in my life, it's allowed me to move on so much faster. And it's just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna have this one conversation with this one dude. It's not like I'm blasting it out to the universe, so even if I feel somewhat foolish for saying it, I'm gonna feel so much more confident and better just for getting this off my chest. And knowing how he feels, and knowing like the way he responds to me, and whether he takes an action of leaning into my feelings and wanting to understand why I feel that way, or leaning out, all the more it's just like, all right, I know that you are not the road I'm supposed to be going down. I'm not supposed to following this path with you. I had this awesome experience with you, but I'm good.
I'm definitely thinking about saying something for my own peace of mind.
And that's facing your fear, you know, of not saying and expressing your truth. Remember, I say always express your truth. That is your truth. If that's how you're feeling, you need to express past that fear and be strong enough to be able to do that. And know, like Kristen said, like, he doesn't have that power. It doesn't matter. Like, he's just a guy that's right there. And if he's supposed to be a big deal in your life, he'll respond okay with it. And like do exactly, he'll create an action of some way that'll help you intuitively know which way to go.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow and see how things are throughout the day, and then by the end of the day, if things are still like shifted, I'll do that. Maybe I'll like talk to you guys and read the text or something before I send it.
Yeah, totally. If you don't feel confident in like what you're saying, you just need a second opinion, or just like, you know, reassurance, really. That's totally cool. I think you should do that. You know, just
Yeah, that was good advice, Kristen.
yes.
What would you say to him?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I like how you say things have shifted. So like I would probably use that, and that it's going to take me some time to get my thoughts down on paper. I'm not good at articulating my thoughts like that, but
yeah, so that's perfect. Journal it after we do the ritual, whatever you feel like you need to.
yeah.
And it's not, I don't think it's as much as articulating your thoughts, it's articulating your feelings, right?
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. This is where we're connecting with our heart, not our mind anymore. Remember, I was saying we do this too much. We have to, and we're not used to, Kristen, like we're saying, articulating our feelings or expressing our feelings. We're not used to it. We've been so up here using these thoughts and speaking them. And now we have to really start to feel in here and speak them and gain that confidence around it. I know so many times I've held that back in my life. So many times. And now that I just do it, it's so natural. So like, Kristen, you're in the perfect position for you to share that, because you just went through that. You just went through that not that long ago. I don't know the last time I went through something like that, because I've been expressing my feelings so much now that I'm already past that.
Yeah, and the very last time that I went through that, it was literally like the universe made it happen. Like, I so badly needed to tell this dude, like,
yes,
you're pissing me off. I had like already sent, do you remember this? This was with Quinn.
Yeah.
And this was like literally like I had sent him a long ass text like in the morning, and then like he didn't really respond to me the way I wanted him to, but I had like put so much of my energy like out there to be like, I need to figure this out if you're worth my time or you're not. So he worked in a building that was like a few blocks from mine in Manhattan, and I knew like he had a motorcycle, and I knew what street like he used to hit, where he used to park his motorcycle. It was like on my commute home every day. So for the entire time that like we were like hooking up and like getting together, like I never ran into him when he was going to work or leaving work. Never. This one day, I like literally crossed the street as he was like standing next to his bike, and I was like, oh great, we didn't get to finish our conversation because you didn't answer me the way that I wanted to. We have to have this conversation. And it was just so unbelievable because like I saw like it like confirmed everything that I needed, and I know it was only because I put it out there. I had stayed an hour longer at work, not even because I had work to do, but just because I was shooting the shit with somebody. So like everything was just like divinely perfect. And it was, I'm telling you, just from being like, fuck this, doesn't matter if like you think I'm an idiot for feeling this way or not, because at the end of the day, I'm going to kick you to the curb if you don't respect me. So it's like,
it's bringing your power back into you. And that's exactly what I was talking about. Those things that are not meant for you, in the beginning I said, whatever you're feeling that needs to come out, let it out. That's what I was talking about in the beginning. Like, we're not going to be like dealing with this shit anymore. Whatever that feeling that's there, done. Bring it out. Don't give a shit about anything else. It's for your healing. So Kristen, that was for your healing. That wasn't for him. That was for you. You needed to say that for you to release that energy, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So exactly. That's a great example. And Kate disappeared. I needed to know what a doe was. Where'd she go?
Sure.
Oh, damn it.
It was a really beautiful doe. We'll know what a doe is when she's back.
Oh, I love deer. They're so beautiful. Foxes are beautiful too, though. And I've had 2 amazing experiences with both animals in real life. So it's awesome.
What the heck was like chirping over by you?
Yeah, I liked it. It like added to the.
It might have been a bird. We have birds over here, and it might have been a bird actually, and that's interesting because usually the bird is quiet. And I've had another instance at night where I was doing a meditation and the bird chirped because of it. I was so in that I did hear that though. But I think it was a bird, and we have some frogs going, and I think there's crickets right now. It's raining today, so it's a more wet, but it's still warm. So the animals are out. Okay, we're going to do the ritual, and then when she comes back, I don't want to do without her, but she disappeared. Okay. Oh, that was an awesome meditation, and I'm happy we covered this. Chelsea, I hope that information helped you. This is like how
Yeah,
we
thank you.
feeling, you know, like really doing what's right for ourselves. And it doesn't.
Chelsea, you're a goddess.
Yes. Exactly. And you deserve to have that God right next to you.
I want it so bad.
Bring, like Kristen's saying, bring your power back into you. Speak that truth. So remove that energy so you can have that new energy and bring that man in. What happened to me before I met my husband, I was going through on and off. Remember Brian, Kristen? I got myself to have that same similar conversation. And I remember Sophia, she was like, you have to talk to him. And I had so much fear around it, so much fear expressing my feelings because I was like so worried about being judged by like how much I liked him for some reason. Like, I want to like come off that like he, you know, that he had that much power over me. And I, you know, but then I realized when I was speaking my truth and I was like, I literally said, I was like, I cannot do this anymore. I was like, this is not for me. I want someone, you know, I said what I need to say. And that feeling that came after was just like, holy fuck. You know what I mean? Right? Like you just feel that confidence that comes out within you. Like, this is me. And I've been holding this in for so long and giving everybody else that power. And then as you do that, you start to get better at it and keep bringing it back in.
You know what else? I kind of like the way I experienced it too is at some point I just realized like if I look back at all the chapters in my life, there have been so many guys that it's kind of like it's almost laughable where I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm having a moment with you right now. We're entangled in some sort of energetic dance where I'm like, really, there's like a lot of sexual charge. There's like a lot of questions, a lot of like, ooh, sense of wonder. But if it doesn't work out, in less than 2 months, I'll most likely be fantasizing and thinking about somebody else new who's like cute and has captured my fancy. So it's also honestly like, it was really refreshing when I hit that thought process, because I was like, you know, I've never not had some guy's name in my mouth to talk about. It's also kind of like, all right, sure, this one might sting right now, but like soon enough there'll be someone else.
That's the funniest part. I'm like, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because Kristen and I, like, we grew up together, like, literally, because we're cousins. So that's, I can, like, just visualize that timeline.
Right? Just like, like all of them just changing. And I reached a point, I'm like, all right, well, if this doesn't work out, I'm going to be talking about somebody soon. So
And
it's fine.
cycle for you, because it's like, okay, what's the new insight that you're going to gain now to bring you to your next level? Like, this is all these men are here for, to bring you to the truth of you so you can meet that other truth of you.
Yeah, I mean, just by hanging out with him, like, I realized, like, he's very quiet, and I like deep, meaningful conversations right off the bat, and like I have that with a lot of guy friends, and like that's something that I'd want with like my partner. It's just like I'd like to talk, and he's very quiet, just like, and I'm just like, I want to talk to you. What's your sign? give me your. I mean, I don't know.
What do you like about him?
And I have more energy flowing here, man. There's energy all around me.
I like that he has a good job, and he participates in healthy activities like working out, and he has I'm sober. I'm in AA, so he has like 6 years sober, which is like something good, because my last relationship I was with someone who it just didn't work out because we lived different lifestyles. So like he has a similar lifestyle as me, so that's hard to come by, but
This is
I
you
don't know.
gaining the things that you like. Gain those things to know that, like, what feels right. That's you gaining the things that you like after you just having the things you didn't like. So gain those things and see how it feels with you. Those, do you get what I'm saying? Like, not necessarily him, but the things that he has that you like. Does that make sense? So,
Yeah, totally. Like you.
yeah. So like feel into that and how that feels, because you are creating your life. So keep creating, okay, I like this about him, but I also need this too. And the universe will bring that to you. So that's new intentions that you want to bring to you. Like if you want to create that man, like knowing that you need this, the universe is going to present it to you after you get through healing the next step. So, but we have to make sure that we're staying here now and not there, because we're being presented with something that needs our focus right now first. So,
I'm
okay.
so excited for you. This is going to be great.
I hope so.
I know it's going to be great. And I'm so excited to see this journey. Like, keep focusing on you and enjoy these people that flow into your life, and don't be too attached to the outcome either. Just,
Yeah, well, that's my problem. I dream about the babies.
but you don't need to dream about it with him necessarily. Let the man come in. Like, just be like, okay, universe, I want these babies. Bring them to me. Oh, okay, I put a man in front of you. Don't settle with it. Just be like, he's okay, but I kind of want this more. So can you bring this one to me? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, play it, you create it. Like, and don't be so attached to what's the first thing that comes to you. Because, and plus,
that's my problem.
with, like, for me, like, I knew immediately. So I don't know, like, Kristen, that didn't really happen with you because you worked with Matt.
Well, it was different. Like, I didn't know immediately that, like, I was going to date him, but it was strange because every time I talked to him and we worked together, every time I would talk to him, I was standing in front of him, I would, like, smile and not know why I was smiling, and would walk away and be like, I must have looked like a fucking idiot. Why am I smiling like an idiot in front of this guy? And it was just because he was so not my type. Like I realized he was in a relationship once, so it didn't matter when we met. Like we've known each other for almost 3 years now. I've been dating for 1. He was in a relationship when he started at work. I was in my like loop-de-loop of all the idiots and assholes. And like it wasn't until like I went through that last cycle of like clearing out everything I knew didn't work for me that like something clicked with him, and it was perfect timing because he had just been out of his relationship for a few months, and like suddenly I was like, oh, I get it. This is why I smile like an idiot in front of you, because there's something going on here, but like I didn't see it. And it was
You weren't meant to see it at that time.
not at all. And I completely 100% totally know that's the thing. Like I had to go and like basically learn how to not let my fear of what like guys think of me, or like that expression of feelings that I have that's like so like overwhelming sometimes, because when I feel fucking deep, and like I extrapolate, like kind of like what you said, I extrapolate every single potential possibility that I could have with this person, just because like I am very intuitive on like who the person is and like what kind of life they want to live, and I can just like I seamlessly insert myself into their life in my head, but it's not the reality. So it like took a really long time to be like, okay, I need to extract myself from this like person. I can't embed myself into this person's life. I need to experience them.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Kristen, what's your Venus?
Fudge muffins. I don't remember.
Look it up. That's your love planet.
Do you guys have the app CoStar?
Wait, I want to know what my love planet is.
What?
Do you have the app CoStar?
I don't. CoStar, like my CoStar is. I know what my Venus is, but I don't remember.
You should download it because it like keeps track of your chart, and then you're able to add friends and like see their chart, and it gives you like daily updates.
Do you want to be my friend?
Yeah, if you download it, I'll be your friend.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that right now.
I feel like it sounds like you have a Scorpio Venus though. Aren't you a Scorpio?
I'm a Capricorn.
I say.
CoStar astrology. Get. Oh, this looks cool.
I have Scorpio moon.
What's your Venus, Jack? Either Capricorn or Aquarius, I forget.
Capricorn.
That's me.
Which makes a lot of sense for me because it takes me to like really be mindful of showing that side of me. I think like Capricorn is very like.
Wait, what's your username? I'm not even friends with you. So weird.
On what?
What's your username for it?
For what?
CoStar.
I don't have CoStar.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh, download it.
That's what I'm doing. Which one is it? Personalized? CoStar personalized?
I don't know. Can't say.
There's like 1,000.
The app, it looks like a moon. It's like a black square with a moon.
Okay. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to do this ritual, which will come. I don't know where Kate went. She disappeared.
Maybe her mom called her again.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Too. At the same time. Just naturally.
Yeah, it's really true. All right, birthplace. Getting it. Next. All right, great. Wait, how does this work? My rising, oh, okay, Capricorn. Right, where's my chart? Venus, where are you? My Venus, I don't know, man. I don't know how to read this. Sun and Capricorn.
It's whatever's to the left.
Mercury. My Venus is in Pisces.
Oh,
Oh.
that makes sense.
What?
Pisces is the most intuitive sign and
Yeah.
spiritual sign. And like you said, you go into their soul. You're going into their soul spiritual self.
When I was in college and I used to just sleep around a lot, I loved the experiences just because boys would tell me their secrets. Like literally, like they would just unearth, like just tell me all these random things. I'm like, this is amazing.
My Venus is in Virgo. Everything's in Virgo for me. My moon, my Mercury, my Venus, my sun.
Really?
Yeah, all of them. Look.
Do Do you know Virgo is the goddess sign?
Can't really see.
And I just told her you were a goddess.
No, it's
Also, Virgo is my boyfriend's sun and moon.
Oh. Yeah, I have a lot in Virgo and a lot in Capricorn.
Yeah, I have a lot in Capricorn too.
you do?
Yeah. Wait, this is an awesome app. I have a lot of 12. Oh, what house energy do you guys have? I have a lot of 12. I bet we all have a lot of 12 house energy.
Mine,
I have 9 and 12. 9 is like huge for me.
See, mine's like 1 and 2.
Interesting. I have like 1 and 12.
Wait, what are those numbers representing?
They're like the houses, and it's basically like, I don't know. Someone else explain it.
Like, I have like my moon is in 9. Is that what it means? My Mercury is in 9.
So I think, doesn't it mean like the degree of the sign? And like either the shorter the degree, like 1, or the like higher the number, it's like the stronger it is. Or
No,
not?
I think it's like the houses. So there's just each house represents
a different
things.
area
So
of your
like, yeah, so like I know like the 12th house represents a lot of like psychic intuition, just because I know I've talked to other people about that, and also like your shadow self. And I know like between like 6 and 8, like one of them represents like your family or material wealth or like stuff like that. Oh, hold on. I like have a whole book that's at work because all my coworkers have been really into this lately. And I wish I had it here because it like explains legitimately everything.
Oh, I have a lot in Capricorn too. Sorry, I'm just. Yeah, the houses I don't know 100% about, but I do know they represent different areas of certain things. Like that whether it's our emotions, whether it's like different, like our career, like it's just all different. Hold on. I went into this.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so first house represents first impressions, self-appearance, leadership, fresh starts, and new beginnings. The second house covers all matters related to your immediate material and physical environment, taste, smell, sound, touch. Third house rules all forms of thinking, talking, cell phones, instant messenger, etc. Fourth house rules the foundation of things, including your home, privacy, security, your parents, children. Fifth house is ruled by a dramatic Leo, and it governs self-expression, drama, creativity, color, attention, romance, fun, and play. The sixth house represents schedules, organization, routine, fitness, diet, exercise. Seventh house represents relationships and other people, partnerships, business and personal, and relationship associated matters like contracts, marriage, business deals. Eighth house represents birth, death, sex, transformation, mysteries, merged energies, and bonding at the deepest level. Ninth house covers mind, expansion, international and long distance travel, foreign languages, inspiration, luck, risk. 10th house represents corporations, public image, fame, honors, achievements, awards, rules, discipline, authority, fathers, and fatherhood. And the 11th house represents friendships, groups, society, technology, video, electronic media, networking. 12th house represents stages of a project, tying up loose ends, completions, the afterlife, old age. That's what it says. But yeah, it's ruled by Pisces, so that one's supposed to be the most intuitive. Yeah.
I like
You read?
this app.
Cool.
I'm gonna look through this.
Jacqueline, are you Jacqueline Donahue 42 on there?
No.
What are you using?
I put my Facebook.
I can't find you. Jacqueline.
I found-
Jack, go to the top. It says your name. It says good evening at whatever.
Oh, hold on.
A lot of people who have this.
Oh, that is me. That's me. I'm number 42, I guess. I found Brittany. Wait, I don't know how to freaking.
Wait, Brittany, I can't find you.
I just added you.
Not me.
Brittany, what's your username?
It's hold on, what is it? Brittany Brower 14. But they just gave me the 14, I guess. Jack, what's yours?
Kara's on here too, and she's in our group. I just added you.
Kristen, what's your username?
It's Kristen_Korb.
Okay, perfect.
But you have to add the person back for them to see yours.
Add.
What's your name, Jack?
Jacqueline Donahue 42. I added you.
It says pending.
Okay. You guys want to do the ritual before bed?
Mm-hmm.
11:15. Okay. So when we are settled into this, we'll start this.
I can't wait to make Matt sign up for this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it gives you updates on a daily too. Like you could do it with your partner, whoever, like how compatible you will be that day.
Oh, that's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to sign Thomas's up and do it for myself
Mm-hmm.
since he's not open to my Reiki meditation. I'm not going to make fun of him.
Oh, Jack, we're really compatible.
Oh, that's what it says? Of course we are.
So funny.
Okay. Okay, so this is saying you need 3 pieces of paper.
2, 2, 3, or 2 or 3?
2, 3. I don't know why it's saying.
2, 2, 3.
Why can't it just be 3 pieces?
Are you gonna make me burn it, or can it be in a notebook?
Well, you're gonna have to. Oh wait, hold on. It says 6 papers though, but I guess. Hold on. Okay, yeah. Okay, so one of the piece of paper is gonna be cut into 6 strips, and then you're gonna write sentences on those strips.
So I need scissors.
I guess so. Okay, so I need scissors. I'll
Is
go
this a ritual or arts and crafts?
get them.
Make me go find my scissors.
Okay, and then we also need to cut a piece of paper into 8 strips. Sorry, I didn't read this pretty much. And then it does say you can burn them. I feel like that's dangerous. But if you want to burn them, you can. But that's the point of the 2 candles, actually, because you're using one for one piece of paper and then the other one for the other strips. And then you're supposed to. You guys have a bowl of water, right? Yeah. Okay. So that's probably just for easing out the fire. Like a firefighter over here. Okay.
So 1, 6, 1, 8. Is that right?
1's 6 and 1's 8. Yeah, I should probably do that for myself.
Wait, you do 6 strips and then 8 strips?
Yep, that's what it says.
A blank paper?
Yeah, because we're gonna write on them.
You guys want to watch? How come we didn't just say I need? What's it plus 6? 14?
I don't know. I'm just reading off the paper. Leave me alone. They're gonna have to be separate anyway because you gotta keep them for one part and then the other. I can't believe how much energy I'm seeing tonight. That's like insane to me.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's like amazing because I've worked so consistently on this that it's just like showing up. 1, 2. I think I might do that meditation for myself when I'm ready to meditate.
Yeah, you should. It's pretty dope.
I mean, I was able to see everything very clearly, but just to like tune in without talking. Okay. Let me know when you girls are ready.
Ready?
Okay. What I want you to, okay, I'm going to read the beginning first. So the Aries new moon is time to begin again. Falling on the 5th of the month, this new moon is going to activate, awaken, and help us to align with our soul path. Under this new moon, it is a time for us to surrender the old ways and to step confidently into a lighter, fresher way of being. This is designed to help you let go of the past and welcome in the new. It is designed to help you surrender to the universe and to move so you can move through life from your heart rather than your ego. Okay.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah. And that's exactly what I've been saying. Don't you use your logical mind. That's connecting with your ego, and then your heart. You really tune into the flow of which path to take. Okay. So what I want you to do right now, as I'm saying this mantra, I want you to visualize your aura being cleansed. So close your eyes as I say this mantra. And then we're going to do the same thing with our surroundings. Okay. So I ask to be cleansed. I ask to be free. No negativity can touch me. As I cleanse, I do glow. As I cleanse from top to toe, a peace washes over, a calm ensues. I am whole. I am light. I am restored. Okay, now I want you to do the same thing with your surroundings. I want you to visualize your space being cleansed. I cleanse my space. I cleanse that all surrounds. I cleanse away the heavy sounds. Now lightness comes, lightness breathes. Lightness is all around me. My space is protected. My space is cleansed. My space is ready for the new to begin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're telling me. Let's bring more energy in here. Okay. Okay, so this, we're going to light one of our candles, and this is going to represent the old.
Wait, do we need 2 candles? We only have 1.
Yeah. I mean, you could probably use the same candle and light it out if you want to. I mean, it's not like if you have another one. Okay, so on each strip of paper, we're going to write these sentences. There's 6 pieces you should have right now. And I'm going to start with a sentence, and you're going to fill in the blanks of the sentence of what comes to you. And don't think too hard into this. Remember, we're using our heart. Allow yourself to feel
We
it.
have old candle lit?
Yeah, that's fine.
No, because I have 2 candles. I have one that's actually almost gone.
Yeah, just like the old one, the one for old energy. Okay, so what I was saying is I'm going to say sentences and you're going to fill in the blanks and write what feels right. Don't think too hard into it. So the first sentence is, the old me constantly does/says this. And then when you're done, you're going to write, if you have room, but it's time for me to let go. Okay, ready for the next sentence?
Yep.
Okay, my ego likes me to feel blank, but tonight my heart says there is another way.
But tonight,
Yeah, so likes me to feel blank, but tonight my heart says there is another way. Okay, next sentence. My fears keep me held back from. And then after that, whatever you write. But tonight I lean into this. This is a long sentence. And know I have the courage and strength to make it happen. When I say, but tonight I lean into this and know I have the courage and strength. What was that? To make it happen.
What the noise?
Yeah, what was that?
You.
Yeah, that's my freaking radiator. It gets so loud. It wakes me up in the morning.
Mine does that too.
Living the life, huh?
Yep.
I don't know what it's like over there. Okay.
I'm viewing new apartments tomorrow.
Wow. Awesome. New energy.
New beginnings.
Is that a new one, Kristen?
What?
Did you write something down on that one?
No, I was just playing with it.
Oh, okay.
I'm waiting for the next sentence.
Perfect. Okay. Okay. It says, I really want something, whatever it is, but tonight I let this go to allow what needs to come my way.
What?
Okay. You really want something, but you're letting it go and surrendering the situation, basically, to let it come your way. What needs to come your way. Does that make more sense?
Yeah.
so but tonight I let this go.
To allow things to come my way. So you're not holding on to the outcome. So you really want babies. Tonight I let this go and let it what needs to go my way.
First I want a man and then babies.
Yeah, exactly. You need the man first.
Yeah, that would help.
God give me babies. Just put them in there.
Before.
Oh, what? I know. I think that's metaphorically. I don't think literally. Jesus. Okay.
You know that when I was in religion class in like 5th grade, I asked, why did they call her the Virgin Mary? And everyone laughed.
Oh.
Wait, but tonight I let this go.
To allow what needs to come my way. To come my way. This is how I party on a Friday night.
Yeah, no, Matt just got home from like going out with all his guys and like getting dinner and being out. He's like, now home. I'm like, oh, good. I'm still in meditation group chatting.
See you soon. Having a party. Okay. So the next one is I am really struggling right now with. But tonight, I give this struggle to the universe and know that it's all going to be okay. This is like so aligned with everything. Like this is just flowing out perfectly. Like is it flowing with what you're writing? Is it flowing pretty good with what you're writing?
Yes.
Mhm.
Easiest I've had it like come.
That's good. Awesome. I love
Probably
it.
because it's such a glaring problem.
Okay, wait. I feel like I'm missing one. 1, 2, 3. Did I miss one? Was that 6?
No, that's 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. What the heck are you talking about? There's literally 5. Is there one on this page? No, it doesn't say. There's supposed to be 6, but it's not. That's okay. We don't. We'll just have extra. If you want to write, you could write something else if there's anything else you feel like you need to write. Okay, I'm gonna write something that's my own sentence. Okay. So now what we're supposed to do is we're going to burn each paper. And then you're going to put it in your bowl of water. And then once you have all the burnt papers, you're going to say thank you. And you're going to blow out that candle. So what I want you to do is read each paper to yourself and really feel into it, and then put it in the fire, and then put it out in the water.
I'm like scared to burn them.
Do you have water?
I'm not gonna burn them.
Okay, so do you want to see? So you guys are scared like me, like I said.
Well, I'm not afraid. I don't want to burn them. I feel like they're going to serve me another purpose soon.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
just gonna
not
whip
eating
it up.
say that again.
I'm not eating my apple.
Oh yeah, okay, perfect. And for me, I'm doing it so I'm releasing the old energy and letting it go. Like that's how I'm seeing it. But this burning thing is a little much.
Well, I just tried to burn it, like literally blew up a huge flame, and now my room smells like burnt paper. So
Yeah. What you can do is rip them up though too.
yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I'm gonna do that too because mine did that too. And if I was inside, I would probably freak out. And that's why I was saying I don't really want to burn them. Okay.
Maybe Jordan's burning hers.
Okay. And then we're gonna do okay. You're gonna blow out that candle, which you're still connecting with that light energy from each candle. So regardless if we're using it to burn. Okay. Now we have our 8 pieces. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? So.
I'm
Should I
still
light the candle?
What? Yeah, light a new candle. The other one.
I'm almost done.
Okay, no worries.
Okay.
Right, so grab your 8 pieces. The first thing you're gonna write is allow me to be guided to bring more blank into my life.
Wait, can you talk louder? Allow me to be guided.
To bring more and then blank whatever you feel into my life. Okay. You guys ready for the next one? Yes. Guide me to listen to my intuition more.
Say that again.
Guide me to listen to my intuition more. Especially when faced with blank. Okay, you guys ready for the next one? Kristen's texting over there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if you're writing or texting. Okay. The next one says, I know blank is part of my soul path and I want to trust this more. I know blank is part of my soul path and I want to trust this more. next one is I give gratitude for, and write as much as you feel necessary. I definitely feel like I should put shrooms.
Put it down.
Okay. Okay, next one is I will look after myself by. Okay. I trust the experience of blank was sent to help me grow, and I ask to be shown the way. Was sent to help me grow, and I ask to be shown the way. Are you laughing? What's happening?
Yeah, I'm laughing. I'm laughing because I was asking you in my head to repeat what you said after was sent.
Oh, and what's funny is I knew I had to repeat it at that time because I knew one of you was asking.
I was asking. And
Yeah.
then when I looked up, Chelsea had gotten frozen. And I didn't realize her camera got frozen. So I thought she was just staring at you.
Oh, that's funny too. Okay, what was I saying? Help me grow, and I ask to be shown the way. I ask to be shown. So it's the way through. So like through the experience.
How many more strips do you guys have?
2.
I have 3 for some reason.
Which do you have the? How many do you have written down?
I might have like combined 2 by accident.
Okay, which is fine because you still wrote it down. I mean,
I have 6.
okay, you should have 6. You might just have an extra paper because we only had 5 for the first one, and then I just did my own last one.
Yeah, maybe I just ripped too many.
Jacqueline,
Yeah,
can you just repeat the last one really quickly? The
Yeah.
last.
the last one. I
Yeah.
trust the experience of blank was sent to help me grow, and I ask to be shown the way through.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay, and then the next one, you guys ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay. The next one is the new me is going to blank. And then the last one is I am blank, and you choose. Okay. So this says to burn these, but I don't feel like I want to burn these. So I kind of want to keep them next to my bed under a crystal, like sitting. And hold on to these through the next moon cycle and then read them again, kind of thing. That's what I'm feeling guided to do. So I want you guys to choose what you want to do with them, but we're going to, before we blow out our candle, which mine is already going out, but I'm going to say one more mantra, and I want you to put your hand on your heart. So I want you to put your hand on your heart and hold your papers in your hand, so you're just like holding on to that energy. And I suggest so here's what how I'm kind of feeling. To put it in your right hand, your papers, to give it to the universe to handle this for you, and put your left hand on your heart to receive more energy into your heart. Person, I totally switched you up. Okay. I ask the universe to guide me. I surrender to the path laid out by my soul. I know I always have access to this path. The knowledge I need is within. All the answers I seek, all the direction I long for, it lives inside of me. I ask you, dear universe, my angels and guides, to send this clear, gentle, and directed signs my way to help me keep surrendering and trusting the process. I know my soul knows the way. Help me to listen. Help me to pay attention. Help me to keep following my heart. My highest path is unfolding effortlessly. I just keep moving forward. Thank you. And I want you to take 3 deep breaths and feel into these intentions that we set. Okay. And what I want you to do is what you feel guided to do with these papers, especially the new ones. What's going on? I think my goats are walking around. Because those ones are the ones we're bringing into new. The other ones, Kristen, if you want to hold on to them, that's totally up to you. If you feel like there's purpose. But these are the ones we're setting new intentions with. And that's it. How was that? Good? Is that easy to write
That
down?
was good.
Very good.
Okay, cool. Great. Well, that was fun tonight. Oh, but
Mhm.
should I do a card? Does everybody want a card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do a card. Let's do the moon deck because I haven't done it in a while.
Oh my God, Jacqueline, are you kidding me? I've literally had this out the entire night. I haven't opened it, and I was like, oh, I haven't opened this in a while. Let me open this box and take them out.
That's so funny. Yeah, because I haven't used these in a while either. That's hilarious. That's so funny. They were just sitting right next to me, so I was like, okay.
That is so
Love how
amazing.
that happened. Okay. So I'm gonna do a group card. Okay. Healthy boundaries keep me centered and balanced. So always making sure, and of course I flipped open to it too. So it's essential for our physical and emotional well-being. We each have to have a need to care for our unique nature, enforce certain limits, and maintain self-respect. Tune into your central power. Chelsea, I love that thing that's above you.
Oh, thank you.
That's really pretty.
Thanks.
Is it just flowers?
Yeah, it's flowers and pumpkins and
Yeah, it's really
yeah, yeah, it's in a circular
like a
infinity.
spiral, it looks like.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, so
I
anyway.
picked it out on society6.com. It's like all different artwork, and you can get you could get any like tapestries, like whatever artwork you want. They'll like make it into something.
Wait, what is it called?
Society 6.
Okay, I'll look it up. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So it says, tune into your central power source as you create and relate in the world with healthy boundaries. When your boundaries are too weak, you may give away too much, let too much in, or set yourself up for unhealthy dependency. Yet if your boundaries are too rigid or thorny, you can become tense and isolated. Either extreme can be physically or emotionally painful over time. Recognize habits that drain your energy and discover this tender balance for yourself. The positive impact of healthy, clear boundaries will ripple into every aspect of your life. So, with these internal relationships that we're working on, it's finding those boundaries of balance too. So, like, really feeling into what is you're giving too much energy to, and that's what I was talking about with our internal fire too, or like where we're not giving enough energy, and like really putting too much boundaries. So really feeling into that boundary, that energy.
I feel like that card was super important for you.
For me.
Kind of just like what the experience you had kind of last week.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Because I'm really, and that's it. Like I'm really like I kept saying I have boundaries, and I was really feeling into my boundaries and knowing where. And you know what else is important? Like so even like I know where my boundaries are with his drinking completely. So like even if like I'm not going to be too rigid. That's actually perfect. Actually, you're right. So like part of it is I don't want to be too rigid with this experience and try to control it, but I know where my boundaries lie, that if I need to say something I will, kind of thing. But I'm going to allow myself to feel into each moment with what comes up and let it just be, but no trust myself enough that I will say something if it's too much. If that makes sense. Because I feel like I was like, when I was feeling into it, I'm like, okay, I don't want to be too rigid where I'm like, you can't ever do this ever, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? But then at the same time, I don't want to be too forgiving where it's not enough. And I feel like I've found that healthy place right in the center. I don't know what was on you.
Some sort of bug.
Okay, Kristen, I'm going to pull a card for you. As I celebrate my lineage and honor my ancestors.
What number is that?
Number 2. We each come from a unique lineage filled with timeless teachings and the stories of our ancestors. Many of our freedoms and gifts rest on the sacrifice of those who lived before us. One of the most important ways we can honor them is by fulfilling our life's purpose. Those you choose to honor or feel most connected to may be from the recent or distant past. You may feel an affinity to your own ancestral blood, to a tribe different than your own, leaders and teachers you look up to, friends, or even animals. Whatever your path, dial into that oneness that has led you here. By living out your full potential, you're helping to heal and honor a long lineage. Our ancestors are our allies, near and far, and we can always turn to them for guidance and understanding. Celebrate where you come from, honor the legacy of those before you, and welcome the legacy you will leave behind. Do you connect with that card pretty well? Sort of?
Yeah. I get it.
Okay. Just feel into it more too. Like as you are moving about, feel into, even like, think about it as like masters before you and just like where people have been trying to go towards for, years, and like help them and like call on them to help you move into this path too.
I honestly think it's about you.
You do?
I think it's like some sort of representation because it's supposed to be like, all right, like I'm watching you go into your, like, be in your oneness.
Okay.
And it's like, you are my lineage, like literally.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of like a very like literal like thing.
Okay, that makes sense for sure. That actually makes a lot of sense. Okay. And I do feel that like with you too, like I feel like as you watch me become that oneness, like it's helping you honor that for yourself, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I totally.
If you give me space, like you give me space to do that. Thanks.
Of course, absolutely. That's what I'm here for. And it was funny because as I pulled this card, it was interesting. I don't usually do it this way, and I'm about to speak truth, so I'm getting chills. But as I was playing the card, I was visualizing me as you. Yeah.
Amazing.
So that's perfect right there. And now I'm about to pull my own card, and I'm just gonna have my own self in here. Okay. Let's see. Perfect. My instincts keep me adaptable in the face of any obstacle.
Yes.
So perfect. So perfect right now. Card 1. When we are flexible and adaptable, life expands. When things unexpectedly shift course, we can either see into the enchanted possibility or we can become rigid with despair. Fox medicine, so here the fox comes up again, connects you to your natural ability to adapt, be flexible, and use your senses to discern and understand what is in front of you. She's a beautiful and stealth animal with sharp senses and a keen instinct. She's also a shapeshifter and can become invisible by blending in with her surroundings and swiftly moving through tricky situations. This is so true. Tap into your inner fox and practice being aware and present in your environment. Whenever necessary, adapt and shapeshift with grace, and an opportunity or solution will reveal itself that may have otherwise remained hidden. I love that card.
Ooh, that's spot on.
Yeah, totally. And I like couldn't explain anything. I'm just like, I just know this feels right, and I just need to do it this way, this way, this way. And I was getting thrown things at me, like especially for my dad, because you know who my dad is, and he's like, "Give me all this." I'm like, "Thank you, thank you, but I got this shit." I'm just like, got it. Don't worry about me. And I'm just like moving through it without anybody. Nobody's gonna help me. Help me is yes, that's perfect, but nobody's going to dictate me. I'm gonna keep moving. That's
Yep.
it. So
You are.
totally. And my Reiki teacher said to me today, she's like, "You guys as a couple are gonna change lives. As a couple, we're gonna change lives because people are still living in that same cycle and not moving past that trust trust. It's really it's a trust for that person is really on your side. Both of you are living that. Okay, Chelsea. I am of the earth and in harmony with nature. Number 12. We are forces of nature and carry the fertile, creative, and elemental beauty of the earth within us. We are born from it, an embodiment of her harmonious cycles. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit is a chant that we can all celebrate together. Like the earth and all of her wild elements, you pulse through and permeate all that you touch. You contract and expand, gather and release, rise and fall. When you're in harmony with nature, you can allow this dance to lead you with less force and more flow. Communicate with the elements and pay attention to the softest of whispers. Ground yourself in the soil and unleash your creative life force. Our beloved Mother Earth generously provides for us and is our sacred home. In respecting her lush bounty with gratitude and love, we reflect self-respect and healing for all. Together, we are connected to her wise rhythms.
Very nice. I've been spending more time outside, since it's been nice. I went to the beach and stuff, and I feel more connected to nature.
Awesome, totally. I'm feeling the same way recently. I've been going on walks in the woods like every day, pretty much. Oh, I miss the beach though. You miss it. You were lucky to have that. Keep going. Keep doing it. And that's going to keep you in that space you need to be for yourself. All right, Britt. I am ready. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. I told you you're ready. You got this. That's number card 13. That's interesting. We got card 1 and 2 and 12 and 13.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Expansion. When we're finally ready to spread our wings and fly, feeling gratitude for all that guided us to this moment will help welcome more support for the next journey. You're more ready than ever to take the leap and embrace expansion. You've worked hard to arrive here and are prepared to receive the right fruits for your efforts. Doors are opening with promising, well-timed opportunities. Walk into this new chapter with immense gratitude. It will fill each moment with more joy and beauty. If uncomfortable sensations arise, know that this is a natural part of the process and you move into an evolved version of yourself and you're offering into the world. This is an auspicious and magnetic time and you have the guidance all around you. Be open and soar with all that you are.
Wow.
Perfect.
So perfect.
Especially for today.
Mhm.
Yay. All is well, all is perfect. I'm so happy. All right, ladies. That was fun. It is 12 o'clock. Oh, man.
Thanks, Jacqueline.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Zach.
On my Friday night. Woohoo. All right.
It's nice meeting you, Kristen.
Oh, yeah, because
You too.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Yeah, totally. Totally. If you need, you can always reach out to her too if you need more.
Thank you.
That's what we're here for, all of us. All right. I love you girls.
Love you.
Bye.